Hey guys, it's Sonia from Drunk Monkey Paint Company. How is your Saturday going? Look, I got Happy Mail. I am doing great. I hope you guys are doing well as well. It is a chilly fall day here in Pennsylvania, coming to you guys from the mountains of Pennsylvania here, just outside of Pittsburgh, about 45 minutes. And yeah, it definitely feels, we saw flurries today. Kate is here with me in the studio. Kate, my right-hand girl, how are you?
Good.
Doing good. We watched the snow fly, and now we're making and creating. It was so fun together. Oh, this is so sweet. So I got a little note. Hey, Derek, how are ya? Oh my gosh, let's see here. Who sent me? Charlie, you're so sweet. Charlie is actually a follower that is probably, she's a friend and a follower that will probably be on here any moment. So if you're watching this back, girl, thank you so much for sending me the love note. And she's telling me that she wanted to share her recipe for the candy corn snack mix. Okay, you got my attention. She says it's really yummy, and she usually makes it for, what's she say, for Halloween and Thanksgiving, so we still got plenty of time, and it's great to pack some in a pretty bag, tied with some ribbon. Oh my gosh, great for game day munchies. Oh my Lord. And she said, please feel free to share this with the bunch. Hashtag Banana Bunch. If you are a proud Banana Bunch member, give it to me right now. Let me see it in the hashtags, in the messages. And look, guys, I'm going to have to take a picture of this and put this on my page, okay? Because who else wants to enjoy this as well? So we were talking about candy corn, right? Who remembers candy corn? We got on the subject of candy corn because we painted Miss Candy Corn here in the studio. And we were talking about how some of you guys had told me that if you mix candy corn with peanuts, you actually get like basically what is the taste of a payday chocolate bar. And so it looks like here she's found a recipe. It's called Jack-o'-lantern Jumble, and it says there's a few more things which, oh my, okay, stop the press. Do you see what that says right there? My favorite. I'm a peanut butter obsessed person. Oh my goodness. So it looks like it's got some butter. Say it with me. Butter makes everything better. Butter makes everything better. We got butter and peanut butter, which is already good. We got candy corn. It looks like it's got corn checks, rice checks, peanuts, okay, and some salt and some, it says Worcestershire sauce. I don't know how I said that. Hopefully I said that right. So Worcestershire? Did I say that right? Worcestershire.
It's such a weird word.
All right, somebody help me out. Somebody say it for me, all right? So hands up if you want the recipe. If you do, put your hand up. Give me a comment yes below, and I will take a nice screenshot of this and share it. Thank you so much, Charlie. I know Charlotte's your real name. You go by Charlie. We love you, Charlie. A little note to say hey. And I also know that Charlie was also somebody, ironically, I'm working in my journal today, and I do know right here, you remember this really pretty shabby roses that I did on canvas, that she is the proud owner of that. So she's one of our, oh, there's Candy Corn. She is one of our Banana Bunch, and we love her greatly. You just makes this world even a better place, and right here on Facebook in our community even better just by being here. So thank you, everybody, and thank you, Charlie. Yes, recipe, please? Heck yeah. Actually, I'm curious. Maybe I'll even make it like live. And wouldn't that be fun? And we can like taste it together. Yes, we can. We can totally do that. Okay, Kate says, Kate votes that we do it live and we follow the recipe that she provided. So yes, let's do it. Let's do it. All right. So got to keep this. Yeah, right? So sweet. I love your Happy Mail. I am a grateful person, and I just don't know how I got to be at this point in life where you guys send me things, and I am a thankful girl, I got to tell you. So if you watched this week, in the last day, I actually got a whole bunch of Happy Mail from Marie. She hooked me up with some of her favorite pretty papers and things. So I call this episode of our Junk Monkey live broadcast a Paint and Pretty Papers episode, okay? Because paint, you guys know that I love to let it fly on furniture, on cabinets, on pretty much anything under the sun, on ourselves, on paper, on decor, on signs, you name it, right? It's pretty versatile. So, you know what? So creativity is all about having fun and not being held back and constricted, right? So you guys know that I started the journal process, and I've been challenging you guys as well. We as people, we just take all these pictures on our phone. I could not tell you how many pictures I have on my phone right now. Like, it is a lot. Like, we might be talking like we're definitely talking thousands and thousands and thousands of photos, okay? So I take a lot of photos, and we don't print them out anymore, right? So I started in the last few weeks going ahead and creating a journal for myself, and so I've been working through that, guys. I've done a couple sessions live with you guys on YouTube and here on our Facebook channel as well. But you know what? I tell you all the time that, you know what? Life is too boring for brownie frowny stuff, right? And this journal just looks a little brownie frowny, so I feel like I am ready to go ahead. Today is the day. It's Saturday. I'm working at the shop today, and I feel like today is the day to go ahead and make this brownie frowny journal cover pretty. Make it pretty, all right? So you guys know I love to use parchment paper as basically a way to help protect the pages that are around it. It's a wonderful repel mechanism, so that works really, really nice. Who out there has started journaling with me? I'd love to know. Give me a yes if you have, because there is so much therapy in just doing what I'm about to do, which is just take pretty papers and be able to bring them together in a way with paint to make this journal feel beautiful, right? So these are some of my stash that I have, and this week, yesterday I opened up a package from Sweet Marie Baroni, and she sent me some, I think today I'm going to play with these papers that she sent me right here. So these were the ones that she sent me. She sent me a whole bunch, and I feel like I'm really drawn to them. Like, you guys know that I love my shabby flowers, and I love whimsical, and therefore stripes fall into that whimsical category for me. So I think I'm going to start with these papers that she sent me. And when I look at the stuff that I have here, and I have more, of course, but when I look at like the colors that could potentially go together, this is like what I tell you guys when you are decorating your spaces and you want to bring in different patterns, because you're never going to find the same pattern, nor do you want the same pattern, like stripes all over your house as an example, right? It's fun when you have different textures and colors, and it makes your space interesting to people. So, I mean, have you ever gone into somebody's house and they were brave enough to put up a set of curtains that look like this, and you're like, I love your curtains, right? So why not, you know, experiment with patterns, so whether it's on fabric, furniture, you know, your carpet, your wallpaper, whatever you do. At the end of the day, here is my rule of thumb. When I am looking through like my scrapbook books, for example, like let's say, for example, let me pull one out real fast. That when, here's an example of a scrapbook, that what I do is I look for different patterns, but I look for similar colors, and that is what connects them, okay? So like you see how that's primarily like a mint green and peach and cream, right? So then I would want to look for something that would go with that. So for example, this one would work really well with that one because they're kind of similar. You got it? So the same sort of thing, when I'm looking at papers for this project, I'm loving this one, and I'm loving the black. So the black definitely coordinates with this because it's got the black background. And, you know, quite honestly, I love this green because the green matches the leaves. So even though this is a different texture, the greens match up, right? So I could have fun. I could even take, if I wanted to, for example, so this is a really nice combo right here. But if I want to go ahead and I put this with it, now it's going to play off those shabby roses. Then I could bring something like this in because now I've got the beige going on with it. Do you see what I'm saying here? So just pick a coordinating bunch of patterns from whether you're using, you know, for example, in here, you know, I could use as well things like, you know, my napkins, and so I use napkins. I use everything from like wallpaper, designer paper, tissue paper, anything under the sun, right? So I'm going to go ahead and choose these right here. I may bring some of this in because this could work if I put it like around this section. These definitely go well together, or these definitely go well together, right? So we'll see where we get when we start. And I also have this as well. So if I do go the green way, this could be pretty cool right here. What do you guys think of that? You know, and even that too, it'll play off the orange. So I think I'm good here, but I'm going to start with these few pieces first. Oh my gosh, I'm in love with this. Anybody else just like madly in love with that paper? Heck yeah, heck yeah. So if you have missed it, what I've started doing is basically doing as well on here my journal, doing journaling sessions with you guys on here. And you guys have been telling me that you love it because I think that you can also paint things like this and have a little paint therapy on a Saturday afternoon when you don't want to lug out a big piece of furniture. You just want to sit at your table and you just want to do something creative without having to, like, you know, just do a whole lot of work, right? You know what I'm saying? So I have teamed up with the scrapbookingstore.com. They are another small business here in the U.S., and they do monthly subscriptions to scrapbooking kits, and every month they have a different kit, okay, that you can, like, you know, sign up during this period, and this is what you get. So, and they all flip over. So last month I got this really cool, and this is what I've been working through in my journal. Is the kit I got last month gave me, it was the October kit, and it was called Nightfall, and it had all these beautiful patterns. I really like it because I'm still working on getting all my October photos in, so that way I can go like all October photos and make use of all this scrapbook. So I'm still working through it. You can see I've got all the papers shredded and torn, but what's really nice too is that even though that this was like more October oriented, and it did have some things that were definitely specifically like for Halloween, it also had things like music notes and just circles and polka dots, but just done in fall colors. And so it's like a theme that works for a lot of different things for the entire month, right? So I'm still working through that, but this is the cover of the journal that I'm using, and we're going to get started with my Mod Podge, because let's just tear out some paper and have some fun. Now, you guys have probably seen me do enough with napkins, where I especially tell you guys that when you're doing this sort of thing, that if you do not paint your surface first, you're just going to have that come through it. So right now, this is like a hard cardboard journal. And by the way, I got a lot of questions on you guys asking me where I got this journal, and I listed it as well in Sonia's favorite things, which is the link right above this video, okay? Oh, I love all those wrinkles. I'm not even going to try to smooth them out because they're just awesome just the way they are, right? Used to do this all the time, Dawn. This is therapy. This is therapy, my friends, right here. Therapy, right? Just leave me alone. For me, this could be like, Matt, you can go watch football. I'm just going to be over here journaling, okay? Because I don't understand what's going on with football. And never grew up around that. So this, like, let me do my world, you do yours, right? Anybody else know what else I'm saying?
Yes.
You know that, Kate?
Thank God Adam's not into any sport. Because I am not.
Too funny. That's hilarious. Oh, look how pretty that is. Now, Mod Podge is a great way to glue things down, and it also acts as a sealer as well. So ultimately, you put the Mod Podge underneath, you put your piece of paper, and then you go ahead and you do your seal, right? With your Mod Podge as well. So I try not to touch it too much with my fingers because I know that you can tear things easy, right? And I will also tell you that what's really nice is the fact that napkins are a little bit more fragile, but something like this, thank you, Marie, for hooking me up with these pretty ones, that these are like, you know, when it comes to tissue paper, it's made much more thicker, you know what I'm saying? Not like so fragile as a napkin. So that is always a good thing. So these are so pretty. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Oh, I love it. All right, let me put this down. Let me tear with two hands versus one. Might actually work out a little bit better. So I'm just randomly ripping. I am not somebody who cuts with with scissors. I want shabby. I'm a shabby lover, and that means that I want things to look imperfectly perfect and have character and appeal to me, because this is my journal after all. So, anybody out there, Kate, saying that they too keep a journal?
I haven't seen anything yet.
And here's the question. Does your sister read it? I'm just waiting for my sister to come on here. Kate, do you have a journal? Did you have a diary, Kate, at one point?
I have one of those journals where, like, it was voice coded.
What?
So, like, yeah, it was...
Oh, yeah, you definitely had a high-functioning one.
It was interesting. It was like, okay, say your password here, and I would say, I love cats.
Yeah.
And if you didn't say it correctly...
Kate, that was your password, wasn't it?
I honestly don't remember. I remember
that
my
sounds
one
like
friend,
a password you would have. I gotta tell you.
It's like, my brother is stupid. That's not personalized.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Hers, but like it would open to the sound of your voice and that saying. So if somebody else said it, then it wouldn't work. But yeah, that's the other thing I used it for. And then it would have invisible ink too. So if someone did crack into it.
Really?
Yeah, you could only see what you wrote with the invisible ink.
I tried one time to make invisible ink. I watched this show about, growing up loving crafting. Watched this show about how you would make it with, I think it was like lemon juice or something like that. I don't know, lemon juice, or anybody know what I'm talking about, making invisible ink? It never worked out for me.
We'll try it on here.
We should try some invisible ink sometime. Oh my gosh, too funny.
Invisible paint.
Yeah, right? There you go. Oh, it comes with a secret decoder. You have to like hold it underneath a black light or something.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I would probably, you know, I have a brother and a sister and I was the oldest. My sister was the one that was always into my stuff. And so, yeah, I did not have a voice-activated diary. I had one that had a little lock onto it. And, yeah, I remember there were times, Kate, listen. I remember there were times I would come home and I would find a bobby pin stuck out of it. Do you know why? Like, twisted up to the point where the bobby pin was no longer even looking like a bobby pin because my sister was there. And she just left it there like that and put it back in place. Like, oh, yeah, I'm not even going to notice that you were even in my diary, right? Yeah.
I remember I wanted to be so consistent with it.
Lemon juice, Dawn. Yes. Nice.
Just so that I can...
That's what it is.
Like, look back and be like, wow, look at the funny things I wrote. And the only thing I wrote was like, I went to Walmart today, wasn't fun. It was like, that's all I wrote. Oh, man.
That is funny stuff. Oh, yeah. I think when I moved out, Mom kept my journals, and they're probably all in the attic, which I wonder if I got them out, like how funny it would be to read them now.
No, man, yeah.
Yeah. I've had furniture where I found stuff that people have, like, notes and stuff that people have put into, like, you know, stuff that you do when you're, you know, when you're a kid still, a teenager, and you're writing love notes and to your friends, and, you know, I won't tell on you, and... Oh my goodness stuff. The stuff that you find sometimes that people have. But yeah, I have found all kinds of weird stuff when I've gone to, like, for example, auctions and that. And you've just, you know, sometimes you get furniture where something's stuck up and underneath the drawer,
yeah,
and it comes with it, right?
Well, one of your pieces had like a little love book in it.
A love book.
Yeah.
A love book.
You know, this whole journaling thing reminds me of.
What?
Technically, my journal that I would look back on would be Facebook memories. Because I would like see the things that I wrote like 7 years ago. And it was like the dumbest stuff like I've ever seen. And I would look back at it.
Did I really write that?
Why would I even post this on Facebook?
Listen, Facebook memories, you see your hair from a couple years ago. You're
I
like,
know.
was that really my bangs? Is that really my hair?
I haven't gone back for like 4 years with bangs.
Thanks, Facebook Time Hop. Yeah, I can't believe that I actually went out in public with that, you know, wearing that. What was I thinking? You know what I'm saying. All right, so we are into just adding pieces of paper randomly. This journal is awesome because it's got like this hard cardboard cover, and I have had lots of sketchbooks to my name and journals. And if you're going to do it for the long haul, get one like this that will... You'll be able, it's tough enough to stand with you, because if you're putting your memories into it, you know, get a nice one so that way it's there for the long haul and all your work is going to be kept in a really nice manner, right? So I love me some stripes. Oh my gosh. Is that not the bee's knees? So what I did, and another quick tip is, I start with like my, hey Amy, how are ya? I start with my, basically these are like my accent pieces, but I know in my mind that I work in reverse. And so I put down the ones first that I want to be not seen so much. And then basically I work my way forward, right? So what I want in the front is for people to see the stripes. And I definitely want the black floral. So that's my favorite two pieces of paper here. So just work backwards to forward, because at the end of the day, when you're putting your paper over the last layer of paper, the last layer that you put on is going to be the layer that's going to be seen the most. So put your favorite on the front, right? Make sense? Makes sense. We should do some banana bucks today. Let's do it.
Yes.
Give me a hashtag banana bucks if you want some banana bucks to be thrown out there to you guys. You have multiple diaries. EA. Woo! Scandalous. Scandalous, I tell ya.
She's painting a pink dresser.
Who is? Baileen's painting a pink dresser. Pretty. I like it. Everybody likes pink. Come on now. You paint pink, somebody's bound to buy it. For a little girl, or even somebody who just wants some shabby chic in their life. You know what would look really pretty with pink? This black paper right here onto its drawers would look amazing. So just using Mod Podge, putting it down. Way to go. So the way Banana Bucks works is you share the video if you want to be a part of the fun. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to have Kate actually holler out a lucky winner. Somebody who just hung out with us just for fun to throw some 20 big Banana Bucks your way. And all you have to do if your name is called is email junkmonkeypaint@gmail.com before midnight tonight Eastern Standard Time so we can take care of you, okay? And you can take advantage of that fun offer. All right, so I like that. Who's liking what they're seeing so far? So nice. So I've been working in this journal, but I have not done the cover. And so today I'm like, you know what? My shop just closed up downstairs, and I think I want to do something creative today and take care of this. Remember that the Mod Podge dries clear, so we've got some pretty stuff going down right now. I think I'm going to do this corner down here. So I do this look, by the way, guys, on furniture, on decor. I do vases like this, same style. And basically this is the same process I do, whether I'm doing it on wood or paper, you know, whether it's a sign or whether it's a piece of like a drawer or something like that. Or my tabletop. Who remembers when I did my tabletop? This is what I would call like my, basically my shabby broken pattern style. It's where you get kind of like just a little bit of everything. And if you're a shabby boho lover like me, you'll definitely appreciate this because you get what I'm, doing. You're picking up what I'm laying down. I love it. So I did not paint my journal before I put this down. I do want some of those stripes to show through. So let's just try to rip some of that off. So if I wanted to paint my journal, I could before I even started putting my paper down. So because my paper, some of it is white, right? It's very, very thin, like right here behind the green vines. So whatever color is behind is going to peek through. So for example, if I painted this black before I started this, it will give me like, as the papers dried into the porous paper, or in your case, it could be furniture or whatever you're working on. What happens is it shows through the back color. So, but I wanted it to be all natural. So this is why I did not paint the back. I like that right there. Okay, I'm happy with that. Totally happy with that. Okay, into the water my brush goes. And let's go ahead and dry this real quick. Now I'm going to help speed this along. But typically, because we're doing a live video, but usually I would actually just sit and let this dry on its own. So now's the time I go make myself some lunch. Some hot chocolate or something in the afternoon. Little afternoon pick-me-up. And come back to this, right? You think you're going to do this on a thrift store? Fine, for $1.99? Heck yeah, do it. Anita, this is actually tissue paper that I'm using today. This is actually sent to me this week by Marie, who's one of my lovely followers on here, and she found some beautiful paper. She definitely picked paper that I would love, because I love it and putting it on to the top of my journal right now. But what I do every single month is I'm a part of the scrapbookingstore.com, and they send me out every single month a theme of the month. So that's also a great way to get some really nice papers to be able to work with. And these are definitely more, versus something that wrinkles and crinkles. You're going to be working with something that's a little bit more professional paper, right? If you want to do that sort of thing. Or you want to get into journaling, that's fun too. All right, so I'm happy with that. Now I think I'm going to, obviously it's drying. So I think I'm going to add a little bit of color on top of that right now, just to give a background to it. So I like to fill out with this shabby broken style that I do on furniture, and in this case my journal, is I like to bring paint into it as well, right? So I've got kind of like a cluttered background going down now, and when you start this process, just know that you can put them down willy-nilly, because at the end of the day, as you layer on top of it, then you're only going to see peekaboos of, things coming out, right? So I'm going to use, because I have this dark background. I feel like if I use, you know, light colors, it would really stand out more. So yesterday, yesterday, I know a lot of you guys have ordered it already, and Kate's been packing and shipping today and already sent out a bunch. This is our brand new whitewashing glaze, and so I tell you guys that glaze is not paint, right? So, but this is a fun way that I'm going to use my glaze today, is I am going to grab a brush, did you hear that? Let me see, a shabby chip brush right here. And so glaze is our translucent medium, right? Basically, it's a fancy way of saying it's just a really, really, it's like a medium that glides over your paint and gives you different effects, right? So this, if you missed yesterday, if you put this sort of look over, let me see, remember where I go. So for example, when you put the white glaze over, like, you know, painted wood, you see how it really lightens it up, right? So that's why you would use it, but I'm going to use it on paper today because I love the fact that it is such a thin medium that it's going to work perfect for a drippy look that I want to do on here, right? So I'm going to tip this up a little bit and start putting a little bit on the edges. So when I do this look, what I do, whether I do it on furniture or something like this, I basically run my brush back against the edge. Wherever I want the drips to go, can you see them starting to come down here? So I pull it back, okay? And then gravity starts to happen. And way to go. So I'm using my glaze. It would be fun too if I even use my teal patina glaze, you know? I'm gonna probably thin it out in just a little bit, but I do wanna sort of like lighten up the background. So let's add a little bit more of our whitewash right there. Ooh, that's pretty. I like it. If I really want to. So I can, like, you know, help this along, put my page up right so gravity happens and everything starts to like slowly go as far as I want to bring it across. And I'll show you the other way that I help move this along. So it's moving, But I can also grab my water sprayer, right? Spritzer. And now what I'm going to do is help it start a little bit more. Oh, yeah. I like that. Look at that, guys. Isn't that pretty? So I want to kind of work on this side. Because these are the two edges, and remember, I've kind of like opened the book in this manner right now, but when it closes, I want to see like drips on either side. So this is my thought right now as I'm working with my pretty papers and paint. Yay, that's good right there. What do you guys think of that? Right? I could let this dry on its own, but honestly, I'm a girl who like wants to get it done. So I'm going to use my paper towel just to get the excess water. And I'm also going to blot this out. So if you want it to be more vibrant, don't blot it out, right? But if you are somebody like me that just wants the sort of effect that's going to be on it, then just go ahead and blot a little bit, right? It'll help things. It will really help things just speed up with the drying process. Ain't nobody got time for that. I ain't got no time to sit and wait for everything to dry, right? So I love that. All right, let's do it with the other side. And yeah, that's really pretty. So pretty. What do you guys think so far? Getting ideas? Hope you are. So imagine this. Imagine, people, this was a drawer front right here. You could, you know, use your whitewash over your papers and just turn it into something completely different. Same sort of thing. So because I want my drips to go down the mountain, I'm going to pull it back. So again, this is just the whitewashing glaze that we have. And it's just so, it's much more of a very lighter medium. And because it creates a wash, it's easy to be able to do this sort of thing with it, right? So I got to tip it up right so it can start to do its drippiness. And then you just get to decide how much patience you have, you know. So what you could do is, like, you know, do this sort of thing and let it continue to drip away and go down the hill, and then let it dry in its own if you want it to be more vibrant. Ooh, that's pretty. Look, guys, what do you think of that? I gotta move this phone here so I can see what it's saying. Let's see, not now. I don't want to deal with my picture storage right now, iPhone. Why would you even think that? All right, so again, we're gonna spritz it.
Dawn said, love me some drips. I'd love to see a color dripped over the white, maybe blush or orange.
Oh, that'd be really so pretty.
Especially blush.
Yes. On this one right here, you mean?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because it's got pink into it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and get the drips off the center. Everything wants to go to the valley. And then let's go ahead and try to like lay it down flat so I don't smudge the drips. And then we can pull it back. You can blot as many times as you want. Or you cannot blot and just let it dry at full strength. And, you know, so I like that. This is definitely going to turn into a junk journal. What do you guys think? So I've been using this journal, and it makes sense, too, to call it a junk journal because I've been using it to basically just document the fun projects that I do every month in my business. Amazing things for me is a journal, like to have a journal to create my, and put all my basic journey pieces into, like, is what I'm trying to say. So to be able to document everything, right? Life flies by you so fast. So I am getting the photos off my phone. We've been doing lots of traveling this year, and thank goodness for Facebook because we put photos on Facebook. But I love, love, love to be able to look through a pretty album and to be able to have the session that it takes to sit down and put it all together, because I think that is a beautiful thing just to work through that alone. Do you see how the back of the paper is showing through? Because remember how I said that this is white, and as it dries, it's going to show whatever color is behind it. So that's why you're going to start to see the stripes really start to come forward now. Yes, right? Hey, Pamela, how are you, girl? Thank you for saying this is beautiful. Not done with it yet, but having fun with painting pretty papers today, bringing it all together. At the end of the day, if you're doing this, whether on furniture or in a journal, you can't go wrong. And there's nobody that's going to tap you on the shoulder and be like, hey, you put the drips in the wrong place. Kate, you put the drips in the wrong place.
How dare I?
How dare you, girl? I'm just letting this dry. So now I've created the edges, because remember, the edges fold around on this. So, oh, I love, 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 love. All right, I think it's time we break out some stencils. You know what I'm saying?
Susan said she's doing hers along with you.
Oh, that's awesome, Susan. That makes me happy. That makes me happy. We got a long winter ahead of ourselves. So, listen, it's nice to have different ways to let your therapy come out, right? Just like to ooze your creative juices, as weird as that sounds. But yeah, we all need a space and a place and a medium and a way to get it out, right? It's all inside. We all got these ideas. All right, so I'm going to grab, while this is continuing to dry over here, I'm going to put this to the side. And now what I'm going to do is grab my stencil book. All right, you guys reading the classifieds in the background there or what? It's so funny. I was reading the news on the newspaper while I was making something yesterday, and the newspaper was back from early October. Do you remember when Banksy had the whole thing where he sold something at, was it Sotheby's? What was that? Art auction house, and it shredded itself after somebody sold it. Like, how cool is that? Oh my gosh, how funny is that? How weird is that? All right, you guys know that this is one of my favorite stencils, so I've got to incorporate that on my journal. All right, let me see here. Let's just pull a few that we like. We're going to have to make use of this. You guys sent me that stencil. I like this. Sometimes we go out and we find like little things like this. $2.99. And you're like, what am I going to use that on? You're going to use it on your journal, okay? So polka dots. We can't be friends if you don't like polka dots. All right, let's see here. What else? Like this is a crackling one over here that looks like a crackle. Can you guys see that through? Oh, this is the pretty one. I like that. And this book, guys, is my savior when it comes to keeping all my stencils in good shape. So I've linked it as well in Sonia's favorite things. The link is up above the video. And this just makes me happy to pull out my stencil book and to be able to keep them all in one space. I am not a sticky back, I'm a low maintenance girl. So I don't like having to wash my stencils. Don't even get me into that. Don't even get me started with that. So, you know what? I like to be able to just use them. Oh, that's a bird. I like that. I painted the kitchen cabinets of a beautiful follower on here. Her name is Karen, and she gifted me this stencil when I finished. She gave me the most cutest things.
Your mom and dad commented.
Mom's here and Dad. Cool.
They said, still have my memories from scrapbook you made us of our first visit to
I
PA.
forgot I made that. Oh my goodness, that's right. They came down for a visit to Pennsylvania and I scrapbooked them all the pictures that we took. I'm so glad I did that. See, that's an example of something that, you know, where would those pictures be if I didn't do that, you know? So I love these as well. So this book here is an art portfolio, but I use it for my stencils. And so if you get one, I think they're right around $15, and you can do them Amazon Prime and get them in your pajamas. Just use my link up above. If you want to get the same one I have, it's nice and big, and it has like these little dividers inside the pages, and so I keep that in there, and then I can use both sides, right? And I can see, because it's got the black background, it helps me be able to see. Okay, well, that one's cute. I feel like I should use that one this week. All right, let me see what else is here. Anything else that, oh, chevron's always good. Chevron's always good. Let's take out some chevron. All right, Mr. Shabby Owl, Mr. Glitter Owl. Matt went home that night that we did our glitter owl, and he's like, "Why is there glitter on my shoulder?" Yeah, remember that one? Yeah, Matt wants to forget it. All right, let's see here. True story. Okay, so these are cute too. These are cute too. So I'm just taking a bunch of randomness out just to see what I decide to build my layers with. This one, I think it was a 3-pack I got at Walmart. And sometimes, again, you just see small stencils like this. And you're like, what am I going to do with it? This is the perfect way. This is a little small leaf. I think I paid like $3 for that stencil. You see what I'm saying? I am not a break the bank kind of girl. But I think it's amazing how you can bring everything together to create something. All right, so I got enough texture. All right, I don't even need to go on any further. I got enough texture. We're good. We're good to go. All right, so like I say, one of the best purchases I ever made is my stencil storage book. All right, so let's go ahead and pull that back. I might even put my initial on here. I mean, it's my journal after all, right? You know what I'm saying? Okay, this is the front. What's that?
Yes, queen.
What's that? My stencil Sonia?
Yeah.
I'm stencil Sonia, Kate. I love me my stencils. I've been addicted to stencils. I don't know for how long. I have an obsession. All right, so I've got some white. What do you guys think? I think white would be good. Also, I have some. So now I'm just pulling out colors that are in here, right? So I think that some colors that I'm toying with right now would be the, can you see? The vintage white. Give me your vote. Give me a yes if that is a vote. We've got our crazy eyes. And I'm loving this because I think I'll Love You More would be beautiful with this black shabby backdrop. What do you guys think? So let's put some I Love You More in the area here. Black is always a good thing, right? You know I love me some black, shabby black.
I feel like Don't Make Me Blush.
Don't Make Me Blush. I do have Don't Make Me Blush here. Let me see here. You're thinking pinks, aren't you?
It would look so pretty.
Some pinks.
Match with the black and the white.
Let's do it. Black, white, and pink. Oh yeah, the black, white, and pink will be pretty.
Well, a lot of people are saying I'll Love You More. You should do like a double thing though.
Then maybe if I did like this and this and this, this and this and this. You following with me? This and this and this. Even some Misty Aqua would be pretty cool in here. Some Bahama Jade would be gorgeous too. All right, let's do some Bahama Jade. Because I think that will be toying with like some of the greens that are on here, you know what I'm saying? Let's see here. We'll see how where we get. You just kind of start, guys. So I just now pick my patterns that I want to use on top of this, and I start going to town, all right? Now, in an area where you have darker, you're going to definitely want to pick a color that's a little bit lighter. Otherwise, it's not going to show up as nice, right? So it's going into my vintage white. This is my chalky style paint. Sticks to pretty much anything under the sun, which makes it easy for me to create with because I just grab a brush and go bananas. And that's what I love about what I do.
Linda says her next purchase will be Don't Make Me Blush.
Oh, that's a pretty one. Yep. It's so pretty with, you know, and you can put as much paint on as you want, but it's so pretty when, oh, guys, don't you love it? Don't you love it? Send me some hearts if you're already picking up what I'm putting down. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Oh, I love, 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 love that. All right, let's go ahead. Let me see here. Kind of like this too. All right, let me see here. We'll grab another brush. Kate is awesome, Anna. Absolutely.
I was just replying. Thanks, leave me a Google review.
Kate says if you love her, leave her a Google review. Find Junk Monkey Paint Company on Google and say, yes, Anna was in our shop yesterday, right? You were having a great old chit chat with Kate. Yeah.
She's always a joy.
Yes, Anna's one of our regulars and she's awesome. She is awesome. That's what I love about our Junk Monkey community. Awesome people. Cool people. So when I say let's get our Junk Monkey on, you guys know the whole thing about, oh, look how pretty that is. I didn't put a whole lot, just like a little bit right there, just to see like how my pink was going to combine. And I'm digging that so far. So I always say that when people say, you know, where did the name Junk Monkey come from? Like, what is that all about? I got to tell you, if you love to create and if you love anything you've seen on my page and you're one of these people as well, you're a junk monkey, all right? So just like grease monkeys tinker with old vehicles and they bring them back to life and they give new life to things, that's what junk monkeys do, right? You guys junk monkey stuff up. You basically give new life to old furniture, or in this case, a brownie frowny cardboard journal cover that needs some life, right? So that's what we're doing here today. We are junk monkeying it up and turning it into something fabulous. Fabulous, I tell you.
Your vlog just uploaded.
Oh, nice. Thank you. New video over on YouTube. What's that?
Sorry.
You're eating my cheese sticks? Go for it.
Yeah.
Go for it. I'll charge you later.
Okay.
It's all good. I know where you work. All right. So I'm going to use like maybe like the half of this burst that's here. So yeah. Okay, here's a quick question. What's your favorite kind of cheese stick? Mine is, I love the marbled Kobe Jack. You know when you get the mozzarella and the cheddar cheese? True story.
I love
favorite.
Kobe Jack.
Oh, it's pretty. I like that. Like it, like it, like it. All right, you like Kobe Jack?
Everyone
Nice.
comment below what's your favorite cheese.
What's your favorite cheese? And people will be like tuning in going, what are these people talking about?
I can't stand American cheese.
Really?
Yeah. I don't like the actual like plastic wrapped ones that are in squares.
Oh, like
they're just too like gooey to me.
The processed stuff. Is that what you're talking about? The cheese slices?
So.
Is that what you're thinking?
I think. Like Colby Jack, like fresh from the deli, fresh cut. Oh my goodness.
Good stuff.
Yes, please.
Yeah, right.
Amy said I can eat a whole block of Colby Jack.
Yes, right?
I did that as a kid. I always ate it, and my family was like, "Where's the cheese we just bought?"
Oh, you ate it all?
Block.
That was like chocolate milk and cheese did not survive long in my house growing up. If Mom is on here, she will tell you, right? Oh, I would fight with my brother and be like, "Why would you eat, you know, or drink all the chocolate milk?" And so it became it became honestly like a race to see who was going to get home first from school, because it was a treat to have it in the house, and so everybody wanted it, you know? Yeah, right? Hey, Judy, thank you so much. Heck yeah, half the stencil, so just use part of it if you want to. And I just use my shabby chip brush when I want to get, like, I always say, this brush is awesome. It's dirt cheap to get it, and they're awesome. I just use them till the cows come home. So I love it, love it, love it, because it doesn't give me full coverage, right? Yesterday we put up new brushes on our website, and I tell you guys in the description, I say, you know, if you want just shabby distress, stick with the shabby chip brush, but if you want more full coverage, then try a different brush. But this one is awesome for my stenciling. It's perfect, and I'd like to be able to have things that I have like dual use for, right? That I don't have to buy a million and one things for, to be able to create with, right? So let's see here.
Dawn is a Colby Jack girl.
Yep.
So is Amy. Denise likes Swiss cheese.
Yep. Matt
Sherry
loves Swiss cheese.
Havarti.
Havarti. Oh, that's good stuff.
And then let's see. Anita likes extra sharp cheddar. I love this. It's a cheese chat.
It is a cheese chat. There you go. You just coined it. There will be cheese chats everywhere. This is a serious thing. These are like serious questions you had to ask yourself, right? Definitely. Anybody do like the fresh mozzarella balls? I love those.
At Panera Bread, we always fresh cut them.
Really?
Yeah.
Matt makes a caprese salad. Have you ever had that? Where you do the tomato and you like basically. Really? So good. And they have the balsamic Basalt reduction? Is that what it is? Somebody help me out. Matt's the cook, right? Remember? I just paint. He cooks. But, oh, so good. So good. So yesterday I cooked roast chicken here in the shop. It was so good.
I agree.
Did it smell good, Kate? Let's ask the vegetarian / vegan. What do you think of that, Kate?
That was very good.
Too funny.
I lived through Adam.
Did you?
Yeah.
Aww.
Oh, baked brie. I love brie. That's one of my favorite cheeses.
Baked brie?
Cheese.
Really? Oh, I don't do goat cheese.
Oh.
I don't know. I just don't know what it is.
It's so good.
Oh, it's so strong,
We would eat it all the time in French class.
Maybe I didn't eat it the right way.
Brie with a baguette. Oh, my goodness.
Although I do like salads. No, that's feta. That's not the same stuff, is it?
My Mimi had brie. If you go to Double Wide Grill and Bar down in Irwin,
yes,
they have like, shout out to Double Wide. They have a great vegetarian and vegan menu.
But check that out.
The one salad has brie on it. It's so good. So good.
'Tis the season for good food. It's almost dark outside, guys. What time is it right now, Kate?
It is 5.
Oh my Lord. It is almost dark outside right now. It's crazy.
Gwendolyn says Sheila's mozzarella cheese and bacon bits baked on French fries.
Wait now, let me just think of that for again. What is it? Mozzarella and bacon bits
on French fries.
You know, girl, that that I am Canadian and moved here, and I have to tell you that if you've not had poutine, I can tell right now just by what you're telling me that you would love it. Oh, look, stars and polka dots. Hello.
Linda says Gouda or Boursin?
Gouda. I love Gouda. Smoked Gouda is good.
I've never tried it.
Smoked Gouda and wheat thins, man, that's a deadly combo.
I love how we're talking about cheese.
I know. Somebody would join us and be like, "You people, like, are you here to create and make, or what the heck are you doing?" We hang out, all right? That's what we do. We talk about real life, real things, like cheese. Ooh, I like that. Isn't that pretty? Like how nice that came out. Poutine love, yes. Hey, are you Canadian girl, Carol Brooks? Are you up to the Great White North? You know what some good poutine looks like. Love me for some poutine. Every year on my birthday, Matt makes me poutine. True story.
Dawn said women talk.
Yep. We like to talk about food, right? Oh, guys, what do you think of that? Isn't that pretty? I got this at Walmart for $2.99, and I think it was Walmart. Was it Walmart I got this? Or it might have been Hobby Lobby. If it was Hobby Lobby, I definitely would have used my coupon.
Hobby Lobby.
I would have used my coupon. So, yeah. So just know, beautiful things don't have to be expensive. Ooh, I love that. All right, so I'm pretty happy with that. And how it all came together. I feel like I should put my initial on it. It's a journal, right?
Yes.
There you go. I'm just going to shake and shimmy my brush all over to do some really cool patterns.
We're making everyone hungry right now.
Are we?
I really want Bud Murphy's cheese fries. They're the only ones that make good cheese fries. Like, I've been to several places where, have you ever gotten cheese fries where it's just like the fake, like, soy cheese on fries?
What I call the,
like, it's just melted cheese, like pre-melted.
what looks like toxic orange cheese? The super orangey stuff?
Yeah.
Liquid cheese?
You serve with, like, nachos.
Yes.
And, like, they would just pour it onto French fries, and that's it. But at Bud's, you can see, I know it's Colby Jack, too, they melt, like, actual cheese pieces onto their fries. And then I went to, Buffalo Wild Wings, and obviously that's a place where I can't eat. And so I'm like, oh, cheese fries. And so I asked the woman if I could have cheese fries. They're like, well, we have fries, but we'll put cheese on it for you.
Yeah?
And I was like, okay, awesome. And they sprinkled, like, the tiniest cheese on it, and the tiniest amount, like a teaspoon. So far Bud Murphy's has, like, the best cheese fries.
Too funny. I have not tried them. Maybe I'll have to. Maybe I will have to.
Oh my goodness, yes. I recommend it. Every time I drop Adam off at home.
These are some crazy eyes, guys. that's a good excuse when you drop your boyfriend off to go get
I always
cheese.
ask him if we can get Bud Murphy's cheese fries.
Oh my gosh.
It's only $4 for like a big pan.
There you go. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. See you, Jeanette. All right, let's go ahead. I think right now what I'm going to do is, I like how I put that little bit of crazy eyes right there, and you see that coming through. I think I'm going to go ahead and do my eyeliner effect in a little bit of this crazy eyes, because I think that would be, you know, gorgeous, gorgeous color combo. I got to tell you, I love how the Bahama Jade, crazy eyes, and the black and the white just comes together so nice. So our paint dries in a nice flat matte, which is what I like. I love old-timey flat matte looks, because I like things to look old and time-worn. All right, let's see here. I'm going to have to put some glue down there, it looks. All right, maybe I can glue it down with a little bit of glue. Love it, love it, love it. All right, guys, if you don't know, we're doing banana bucks today, which means this is the last call to share your video. Share this video, and Kate's going to pick one person to holler out.
Linda said, Sonia, I have a question.
Yes.
Pine Cone Tree plaque that I made for my show got a dig. It had $19 worth of supplies and an hour of labor, priced at $32. A woman said I was crazy. What do you think?
What was it again she made? I missed the beginning.
She made something,
Yep.
and
Listen.
the supplies altogether is $19 and an hour of labor, and she priced it at $32. I mean, I don't think that's crazy.
Listen, Linda. I'd be like, girl, if you want it, this is my price, right? Because nobody in this world works for free, and you know what? They shouldn't expect you to as well, because she can go, you know, a lot of times you hear people go, I can make that myself. Well, you go, girl. You go, girl. You go make that yourself. Or you can buy it right now. I'll put together just the way you perfectly like it. So, you know, at the end of the day, you have more customers than her, and she is not your ideal customer. So, too bad, so sad, her loss, right?
True.
Her loss. All right, I think I'm going to go ahead and put my initial on here, because I think that would be cool. I do have these. I think I got these at Hobby Lobby as well. Looking for an S. Right here. It may look backwards to you guys until I do the window flipping in
The final review.
you got it. So I think I'm going to put an S here, because, you know, this is the front right here. I think that would be cool. And I'm going to put it right, the book closes right here. I could also look to see, just let me look for one thing, because replacement for my cover, I am going to, this is like my paper stuff. So when I do the scrapbooking of the month club that I told you guys about, they send you a lot of this stuff that you can use with your scrapbook papers, right? And I just store them all in here. Look at all these pretty things that you get. So these actually came this month, a lot of these in here. But I'm looking to, ooh. So like that's cool. This says Our Life. Well, I think we're going to use it. I think we're going to use that one, because that will be fun. Except I say we take off the hour and we just put life, right? I think that could work nice. Yay. I'll save the hour. I'll throw it back into my bin. But I could put life right here, which I think would be super cool. And let's just do the hidden S somewhere. Let me see here. I feel like maybe up here would be good. Right there would be good. And I think I'll go ahead and just put them on in white. Or, you know what? I could do them in crazy eyes. Maybe I'll do them in crazy eyes. Just because it will stand out on top of here. I think that would be cool. So the book fold is right here. I want it to be on my book. Let's see. And then we go ahead. Do the finger acrobatics. Or just use your painter's tape if you feel like you're playing with a stencil and you really want it to sit down and not move around. I want the S to stand out, so I'm going to like keep adding my layers onto it. I always say less is more when you stencil. You can always ramp up and add more and more paint to build it up to the desired look that you want, but start off with less and build, right? Because too much leads to bleed through. But you're going to love if you use our paint because it's made in a consistency that you guys know that I designed the paint. And so I love the stencil. So if you love the stencil, it's going to be a paint that allows you to be able to work with it without it running away and being all liquidy, right? Definitely your paint is not that. You can definitely use water to bring it down to a much more fluid consistency if you want. But that's what's cool. You get to play with it. Look, didn't that turn out really cute? I think we should go ahead and stick this on right here. So let's bring out the Mod Podge and find a, do I have a clean brush left in sight here? I think right there would be cool. So I'm going to go ahead and put the Mod Podge down there. I want this to stick on well on the corner. This is life. So I started this journal this month in October, and I've been working through it in the evenings. And before I go home, I tell myself if I just do a little bit every single day, and it feels so good to do it. So I encourage you as well, if you want to have fun and journal with me, and I'll do like, you know, just basically meetups on here, and we can do some journaling together. Journal, like you journal while I'm journaling. How cool is that? You can even like get the same ideas that I have. So I'm just kind of like saturating that because I really know that I want it to stick on really well. Remember that Mod Podge dries clear. So as long as I have enough on and all the edges are good to go, it will dry clear, which is exactly what I want it to do. All right, so let me dry that down real fast. Hey, Linda. Yeah, right, Dawn? That's what's fun. Like, I even have, if you look down here, I have, like, pearls and stuff like that, which I like a little bling bling. I could put some glitter on here. I could, you know what? I could glitter the spine of this. That would be really nice. Now I've got myself thinking maybe I want to do, I think I want to do something with the spine of this. All right, let's let that dry on its own right there. All right, looking for something to run through the spine of this that I think would be so cool. I mean, I could just paint it a solid color if I want to, or I could just grab a piece of paper or something like that and put on it as well. Let's go back and see what we got. You guys know that I'm in love with this paper right here, so I'm thinking that that would look pretty darn cool. And so if I just put it down, let me see where it bends to, about right there. And it goes to about right, where's our edge to? About right here. So maybe somewhere around there. All right, so I'm just gonna cut this down. What's everybody doing for supper tonight? Give me ideas, because when I'm done here, I'm going home and making some supper. Caitlin, do you know what you're having?
I literally just had it in mind until you said that.
Colby Jack cheese. Is that what you're having?
No.
All right, that'll be pretty. Again, doesn't have to be, you know, I could cut this perfect. I don't want to cut it perfect because this is my shabby imperfect perfect piece.
Oh, Don said pork chops.
Life is not perfect.
Tess said chicken soup and grilled cheese.
Oh,
Carol
that sounds so good.
said chicken casserole.
Yep.
I'm thinking my vegetarian chicken patties.
Oh.
Those are good.
There you go. Matt, actually, that's what Matt had earlier, was chicken patties.
Yeah.
Yep.
Shelly said
Must be that kind of day.
Galen said, I've not had breakfast yet. Janice got Chinese food.
Oh.
I would love that.
Yeah, right.
Susan said cereal tonight.
Cereal is a meal.
I love that.
Yes.
I always do that.
Cereal is a meal. You know that they have places where they just have cereal bars, like meaning that like cereal restaurants. And I think they pop up a lot around like universities and stuff, you know, because cereal is a meal, and it can be a cheap meal and a quick meal, and
you're right about that.
You know,
Gwendolyn said cornbread and chili.
Ooh.
Holly is eating vegan tacos. Holla.
There you go. You and Holly could definitely be friends, Kate.
Oh yes. Pamela is making homemade pea soup and grilled cheese. That sounds delicious.
I haven't had homemade pea soup in so long.
Denise is doing roasted chicken and
Matt, are you watching?
potatoes.
You need to make me pea soup, dude. That'd be so good. Ooh, I like that. Everybody's getting ideas, right? Let me get this one corner that is
Andy
missing.
said that she's using leftover chili for chili dogs. I love chili dogs.
Chili dog's good. You can do vegetarian chili dogs too, because you can find the veggie dogs, right?
Yeah.
Kate, that's a great idea. You should do veggie dogs. So easy.
I should.
You get the beans without the meat, and yeah, right. That's an easy fix for you.
A lot of grilled cheese and soups. I mean, it's that time of the year.
Yep.
Sloppy Joe's, Captain Crunch, lentil cheese soup.
Man, we got some fine cooks on here.
Yeah, a lot of food. We're all about food in this show.
Yeah, right. We should start a recipe of the week club. You know,
where's Matt when you
somebody donates one good recipe a week, and we all learn it, and we all do it, and we all taste it.
It's like every time I see a little like quick BuzzFeed video, and I'm like, oh, I want to make that. And
yes.
I do. My family loves it. The one fun thing I made was like this big fat loaf of bread.
Yeah.
And you cut it, and then you stick in your favorite cheese, and then ham pieces or whatever meat you prefer, and then you bake it for like 15 minutes in 425 degree oven.
Yeah.
And then it's pull apart cheese and ham. So you pull out the bread you cut, like you don't fully slice it, but you make little pull aparts with it.
Guys, look at this. Look at this. Kate, you should make that this week. I'll eat that.
I'll make that for you.
You tell me what we need. I'll get the ingredients. Sound good? And you can make it? That'd be awesome. Yeah. Let's do it.
It's so good.
I'm seriously, I love vegetarian and I like non-vegetarian options.
I can make it with my vegetarian ham and Giant Eagle. Giant Eagle always has the best vegetarian food to buy.
Barbara says she needs a recipe for tomato soup. Okay? All right?
Ooh, ask Matt.
Yeah, we'll do that this week. Matt's made tomato soup for us here.
Yeah.
Guys, is this not like gorgeous or what? Like, seriously. Yes, this is the same journal with my favorite things, Angie. It's awesome. It's heavy, right? It just feels meaty. I cannot tell you the difference in holding this right now compared to when it was just plain brown. Do you know what I'm saying? Plain as in plain brown. And this is what it's like inside. It's nice and heavy. And it's all these pages to work with. But can you hear that? It's nice and heavy built, right? So for me, who does mixed media, and I use my Junk Monkey, and I use my stencils, and I use my pretty papers on here, I want something that's meaty enough and heavy enough so that when the paint soaks in and the glue soaks in, it doesn't go all funky, right? And so to think that if you have a book, okay, if you have a book that you want to do this with, a book of memories, it can be any book. It can be a book cover for a book if you want to do that, right? And it's just beautiful. So I love the fact that I put the spine on here as well. And of course, it's still drying, so it'll be nice and really nice and clear if there's any sort of like murky, like Mod Podge parts. And then, of course, you guys know that in here, I've started doing my thing, and I'll do some more journaling in here as well with you guys. So if you want to be part of my, if you want to do the journal thing with me and end up with the same papers each month, I think they pretty much send out the same stuff to everybody, the kits. I'm doing the scrapbooking kit from the scrapbookingstore.com, and if you use Junk Monkey 10, you get 10% off. So it's only like, I want to say if you do it month to month, depending, of course, on the package that you get, but the basic one is somewhere around $14 or $15. And then if you like enroll for 3 months or 6 months, and they give you even a deeper discount off the top of that. And every month you get just a package full of pretty papers and embellishments and things like that you can add on, like this sort of stuff, right, to your thing. So if you guys want to do that with me and be part of that, I'd love it, because like I say, there is a lot of therapy that can be found in doing this sort of thing. I'm even thinking, guys, look at this sort of stuff. Like, how pretty would pearls be on there? I see pearls and bling bling in my life. I see some pearls and bling bling. So I'm going to put some of these on as well, right? Done. How are you going to attach? When you say attach, what do you mean? Attach what? What are you thinking? All right, I'm trying to get my pearls out right now. Yes, it is so much fun. Oh, Angie, that will be fun, because I'm going to be doing every month my scrapbooking kit on here. I gotta tell you, I love that so much. I don't know if these are individual or what. They are individual. They are individual. I could do my S. I could do along here. You know what? I'm going to make the eye on life a pearl, because for fun. For fun, because I can. And again, just adding something like this. So you can do this, guys. Follow the same technique that I've shared with you. You can do it to furniture. You can do it to whatever you want. For me, I love to do mixed media. And sometimes you can start off in a journal like this with ideas for what you eventually want to do for a piece of furniture, because you can bring things like, hey, I'm going to put some striped paper in my journal this week and have fun with it, and just see where it goes, right? So just adding some fun stuff on top of there. Yeah, I think these are really pretty too. So you could just stick that down with Mod Podge if you want to add any sorts of little emblems and stuff. And that's why it's so fun to do the scrapbooking club, because you never know what you're going to get. Like they have a whole theme out again if you go onto that site that you can see, but isn't that pretty? So I will go ahead now and let this completely dry. And then when I come back in tomorrow, I will actually go over this again. I could use my Mod Podge to go over it for a sealer to make sure everything's all down and good. I could also use my banana peel. It's not going to make a difference because at the end of the day, I just need a level of protection. My banana peel will actually be perfect because it'll give me a hardener. So I think I'm going to go with my banana peel for the sealer. And maybe I'll do that tomorrow and live and show you what I do. But honestly, seal this up and it's hardened, and that way it's good to go. So I would just leave it out like this for the night, and then when I come back tomorrow, because I know that paper is porous just like wood is porous, and I tell you guys that it takes 30 days in total for things to cure, and especially something like this, that it's going to be drying overnight, right? But I am loving it. All right, I'm loving it. All right, who's ready for winter chicken dinner? Kate has just handed me a name of somebody, and the name. This would be a beautiful Christmas gift. You could even do up a journal for somebody to give it to them, yes, for Christmas, and say, here, do this this year ahead, right? This is actually, I'll show you real quick. This is the pages that I've been working on this week. And now I'm going to go ahead so you can see I used my scrapbooking kit papers from this month, and I tore them up and did bits and pieces, and now I'll get ready to put my pictures and to embellish all around, right? So it becomes like a life book. And so for me, it's going to be business and personal, a little bit of everything, our travels as the Junk Monkey grows, and I think it's going to be a beautiful place to hold all my memories. All right, winter chicken dinner. The winner today for the banana box is Tracy Lambert. Tracy Lambert, Tracy-Lambert. Thank you for being with us today, Tracy Lambert. And all you have to do is message me at junkmonkeypaint@gmail.com. Put winner in the subject line so I can see ya. And I'll message you back a code for 20 big banana bucks that you can use as a free online credit over at junkmonkeypaint.com. All right, links are up above this video, guys. If you want to get the journal, just look in Sonia's favorite things. And if you want to join the scrapbooking club, use JunkMonkey10 as your code when you check out so you can save a little bit of extra C as well. All right. Yay! Thanks, guys, for hanging out with me. I'll probably see you guys again tomorrow because I'll be in the studio finishing up this gorgeous thing and working on it. All right. Love you, girls and guys. Banana Bunch. Thanks, everybody. Bye.